there, Diane Scabilloni here, and welcome to another episode of People I Know, Like, and Trust. And today I'm super excited to have as my guest my husband, Jim Scabilloni. And Jim and I, we just thought we would chat a little bit, but let me tell you about Jim. We have been married for, a little over 28 years. He is a scientific genius. He has 3 master's degrees in sciences. I'm very proud of him. He's now a research scientist with the University of Pittsburgh, HTP, and he's doing amazing work with that. He's also in the process of creating his own business in regards to probiotics, and just so cool. And we have 2 beautiful boys together. And that are quickly, I guess you could call them almost complete men. So anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to bring Jim on and just talk about, so welcome, Jim.
Well, thank you for welcoming me.
I'm sorry. This is like our normal life. I just keep yakking. But yeah, I'm very happy to have him here with me. And we just wanted to share a little bit about I wanted to get his perspective on the reason for our connection. 28 years is a really long time. And we've seen, many relationships that have not worked out, that have closed up shop, that, even relationships that we see have been struggling. And Jim, what do you think about the reason that we've been able to maintain connection, although we've had lots of ups and downs? But what's your perspective on all of this?
I think we've always loved each other. Like's a different thing. Sometimes you go a little bit away from that or whatever, but we've always loved each other. Mm-hmm. And no matter what, we try. We know we have to keep trying. We know it's a long-term type thing. It's not, we're happy, and that's it. And things happen. There's ups and downs and things happen. And I think we both connect that way and believe in each other. We believe that we know what we have, and I've always known what I had for sure. So that's really where that comes from.
Yeah. And you can see, we didn't plan. I didn't tell him what I was going to ask. It just kind of came. And I feel like part of it has been just even, we've always recognized the triangle. When we got married before God, and it is a covenant. And the triangle is Jim, me, and God. And I know we both have been very dependent on God, asking for his participation in the relationship. Even when things would get challenging, we would secretly and jointly go ask for some support, ask for some help.
I think we always went to God, like you said, for things, that we were struggling with or whatever, but it wasn't like this, I'm going to talk to God and not you. It was always go to God first, and then we discuss it, and that makes sense. That's what God would say. And we realize how important those different together relationships, just you and God and everything like that. We've always been that way, probably most of our lives, that we've been like that. Even before we were really together, we were still thinking of those things.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like even though we've had our moments of separateness and just feeling like this just isn't going so great, we, like you were saying before, we just never gave up. And I think it's recognizing that, you shift and you change as individuals, and you end up respecting each other's aloneness, respect each other's theories and belief systems. I mean, we don't have the exact same belief systems in a lot of things. Maybe not a lot, but some things. But we hear each other out. We listen to each other. Um, I feel like we have always come from a position of respect. And I feel like that's really important for our boys to see. Um, like there's times where maybe they like my ideas better, or they like your ideas better. And but we don't like tag, full on, like, daddy's being stupid or mommy's being stupid, or we have always shown
We're,
that piece of respect for
we're
each other.
always together or find a way to be together and whatever and things like that. Um, you were saying something about I forget what you were saying exactly now. Maybe I just forgot or whatever. But it you were saying, yeah, sometimes we were separated or we never let that separation go far.
Mhm.
I always thought that was a key. We would never keep going with that. It's like, wait a minute. We know where our hearts belong, and that's what we should focus on, and then come to that conclusion or at least that agreement or something, I think, with that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, it was interesting. It just happened today. We were sort of comparing notes of our conversations that we had with God about, yesterday was kind of a one of those days that I
for
just
both of us, not just
was,
you, it was both of
thank
us.
you. It was just one of those days where we were just feeling off, and just feeling like I just needed to be alone, and like my inner child just like was having a temper tantrum of frustration and anger, and just needed to leave those feelings out, and and just have alone time, and that can trigger each other, like, well, it's the weekend, we need to be together.
That's my trigger is that, and if she needs alone, I'm I want to be with her and together. But if she does that, today's a totally different day. Today is a totally she's a different person. It's not like this happens once a week, but every once in a while it does. And me too. Then I get my thing where I think, well, why is she like that? She doesn't like me. She doesn't love me. She could care less. This is terrible. I get all carried away with that.
Yeah.
But and we were well, I don't know if Diane's point was it was that she was writing in her journal or something. She was saying, and God said, let him love you. And at the same time, God was saying to me,
He was somewhere else
yeah, I was
at
somewhere else at
Panera's, and I was
Panera's.
home.
Yeah, he said, well, more than this, but this is the gist of it. Love her, take care of her. And it was probably around the same time, which is really, really something else, actually. It made me think, well, that was God talking. But for me, Diane's more in tune with that, but I'm getting there, and that's good.
Well, and just one of my defense mechanisms whenever I do get in that, like, just leave me alone, and just like angry, is that I can do this all by myself. I don't need anybody. I don't need anyone. And so getting that download of, like, God's peace is just like, he's safe. And I feel like that, you know, that could speak to a lot of women, that we are just, we, especially people that are sort of like, from the generation of I can bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan, and I have my own career. I have this. I don't need him. I don't need anybody. And I feel like that we end up going that direction sometimes, and we take it a little bit too far. And then God is like, hey, this is a covenant that I created. And you're reacting out of your defensiveness, and there's some child wounding that's coming up. Sit with me, sit with your inner child. You've had a lot of triggers lately with stuff that's coming up. Like, let's just sit and comfort you, and rest in my presence and be with me. And then when I did that and honored that, and then Jim did the same thing, then we can come together as more stronger individuals and can be more open, honest couple. Just it just
Yeah, I
is
mean,
working.
I have a hard time with that. I think that eh, things in the past and things like that that make me think, well, she doesn't want to be with me, and I think this is true. I don't know. Diane can say whether it is or isn't. She does take some things out on me.
Oh,
And sometimes that's hard. As the other person, you start thinking, what me? What happened? I have to realize, and this is not, we have this stuff happens all the time or whatever. But I think we wanted to talk about also the hard times
yeah.
and things like that, and things you really have to go through if you're gonna have a good relationship. People just give up. Diane was telling me, people just, these feelings and stuff that come from the past and whatever, just shut them down. Go to the bar, go wherever. I don't think that's an answer, and it's just going to get worse. That's probably why alcoholism, one of the reasons it gets worse, is you're continually trying to take care of
Yeah.
that thing that's bothering you. It bothers us with the day and the evening was okay, and there's always residual stuff and things like that. And then the next day, we work it
I let
out.
him take care of me.
We yes, that's what I do best.
And he, steps up and doesn't let his inner child of like feeling rejected, but says, you know what, I,
Yeah,
I, I'm good. I can handle this. Shh, Zeke, be quiet. Our dog's right here. Um, yeah, but I just feel like one of the things that I really learned that has really helped me, that I've learned in my spiritual path about relationships, and is that, and it's really been helpful for my Zeke. Shh, quiet. Um, is someone had told me to see people as God sees them. And that has been honestly transformational in my relationship, even with Jim, is that I see him as God sees him. Sometimes it's hard to do, but most of the time you can do that. And you might need a little bit of space, and even just like in your quiet prayer time, seeing that person that's troubling you or that's annoying you. And I've done it with my kids, I've done it with coworkers, um, other family members, like see them as God sees them. And that really has helped so much to just kind of like soften the moment frustration, because it's just, feelings are just like clouds. They just kind of pass if you just let them, you acknowledge them and you let them pass, and not let them become resentments and annoyances and, grow great big.
that's the key. That they
Yeah.
don't become, you know, this huge thing. You can't, especially if it's just really a feeling. nothing. You're done with it, and that's it. There's no reason to spurn somebody or whatever that just because you felt something doesn't make sense to me.
So we don't want to take up too much time. As we're wrapping up, is there anything else you feel that we need to share that is, kind of like reasons for our connection, or I don't know, just relationship and feeling things from your perspective? You're such a great, strong man of influence. I just want to have your wisdom.
It's it's just that we talk, and we're talking here. These are great things, but I don't believe that it's the only, that this is what our relationship is. This is how we handle certain situations. You know what I mean? We're not, Saturday isn't every Saturday.
Yeah,
At
what
least
happened?
I
You
hope
mean?
not.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I'm just saying, most things we do take it to God and take it to each other and help each other realize, but it's quick. It's like, okay, yeah, I get that. Just realize what it is. And that's how it usually works. And do something whenever you get a chance or whatever. It's not like that's our relationship. Our relationship is much better, much stronger. And I feel like we're heading in an even better direction. I just don't want this thought out there that, yeah, they're having trouble. But no, no, it's just the way there's so much more we could probably talk about.
Yeah,
But
maybe we will.
yeah,
But
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
But you have so much time, like Diane told me, because if it's too long, no one will watch, and all this other stuff she's telling me that are so important. A couple of things that, whatever, I needed to put on a black shirt. There was all kinds of things. Oh, I have to put pants on. Have you seen my pants yet? No, you haven't.
Oh,
But she
boy.
said, and I did, and I agreed. She's right. So
he's right. See, yay, that's why it's working.
yeah, because you're right.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, live with that, guys.
Oh boy. But anyway, thank you for listening. I just wanted to share like my other half and kind of behind the scenes, and just, I don't know, share some thoughts and feelings that we're having in terms of relationship, because right now it's tough. I mean, the world is creating more and more challenges. And so who better to get through those challenges is with together than your partner, and see them as God sees them. I don't know.
You said equally yoked. That's what
Yeah.
you said, equally yoked. And that
Yeah.
totally made sense. How do you spell yolk?
Yoke.
And the egg?
Same.
Are you sure it's not Yolk? Okay.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I guess we won't be sounding really stupid.
We'll be there next time. You'll find that out.
Yeah, no.
But
I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right. Well, anyway. So thank you for listening. And yeah, I just want to say one more thing too. When our kids hear us fighting and arguing and stuff, and they'll always say, Mom, Dad, we know that you guys are good. We know you have these moments of,
frustration.
And then you always come together. So it's awesome that the kids recognize that too.
That's important. Big, that's huge.
Because we want them to be blessed with love and grace and joy and all the abundance that we experience too. So many blessings. Thanks for listening.
Bye now.